One cool thing about myself is I started my career as a data center engineer for like first 5 years, worked on like multiple data center like Flexport, D Block, those kind of stuff. Then I moved back to cloud, which is like a decade ago when AWS was saying auto scaling is the biggest thing, EC2 was the biggest thing. 11 to 12 years before, I did like multiple projects. So that's the cool thing about me. I'm kind of like early adopter of the cloud. This is like about myself. I'm currently a regional multi-cloud architect at Cisco. I also like run multiple community groups, AWS security user group, Kubernetes group. Apart from the like, you guys may see me. You can see me in the LinkedIn, and this is my LinkedIn ID. And I have like I'm having like one YouTube and podcast. I run like multiple. I write multiple articles on Cisco and other stuff. Please feel free to get connected. Okay, now I'm going to ask the question again. Who are here already know me? Thank you. Good. Then I can. This is not like a. This is a good crowd because right now it's a 5:05 and everybody in the booth already left. I really love the people like who are sitting there and making your presence. So what I'm going to do is I want to make this session is more interactive. I want everyone to collaborate. Are you guys ready? Say yes. I want more voice. Say yes. Pradeepa, why? What happened to you? I was expecting more voice from women. Definitely, yes. Please reach out to Pradeepa if you want, like anybody, if any of your girl, like woman friend, who want to do the code because that group is awesome. Reach out to Pradeepa. Hiding. Nobody's saying me. Whom you are hiding. Please feel free to interrupt me, my session at any time. I love interruption. Okay. Don't think like because I come from Cisco, I talk only networking. As I told you, I come from the cloud like nearly 12 years ago. So I love to talk about everything. I work like cloud migration for enterprises and BFIs and cloud app modernization. Today, I'm going to focus on one cool thing. What is this? Biryani. Who? I think people are alive. I'm happy. Alive. Who told biryani first? Who? Okay, guys, it's like an interactive time. I want to make sure this is more interesting session. What is this? Maybe other than the Indian people, I want to hear. What is this? Maybe if not, I will ask a question. What do you want to do that? You want to say or you want me to pick a question? Okay, maybe I'll ask a question to you. What is this? Biryani. How do you know this biryani? You eat. Love it? Why? Why you love it? Why it is in your opinion? Yeah, this is kind of interactive sessions, right? Because the last session, I want to make sure the story properly. Perfect. You nailed it. May I know your name? Dhruva. Awesome, Dhruva. This is the answer I was expecting. We love biryani. Why? Because spices, lot of masalas. Okay. I wanted to tell a story now. I have a friend. His name is Karthi, based out of Madurai. Okay. Madurai is like a small town in India, known for like restaurants and food. He was serving biryani for 10 people in his house. The biryani is so tasty. Like so a lot of people like the biryani, so they keep on coming. He migrated from house to one of the centralized kitchen in the Madurai city center. Okay. So what happened, right? A lot of people from 5 people, people increased from 5 to 100. Okay. So again he was serving, and he is the only guy preparing the one masala. Again he cannot scale. So what he did is he recruited maybe like nearly 10 to 15 chefs to help him kind of like prepare the masala. Why masala? Masala is the key for biryani success. Okay, that's like it is. And he did it. After that also people are keep on coming. So he took from Madurai to Chennai and India. Now it's worldwide. Okay, I don't want to call that brand. It's like an international brand right now. You can see like even like if you go to Little India, opposite to Mustafa, that brand you can see. So that's how they scaled it. But fortunately, one thing happened. One day, while they're cooking the biryani, we're doing the chef don't know because the chef come from different part of the world. They don't know the language. What they know, get biryani, food biryani, delete masala. Those kind of languages only they talk. So during that time, one person came and they steal the masala and made the masala is unhygienic. What happened? That day, whoever eat the masala, the biryani, got sick. They got food poison. Why? Because the masala is unhygienic. Somebody threat come. Now let me hold the story. Anybody relate the story with any of the cloud or any of the application? Hacking. Yeah, that's a good. Okay. This is the connectivity. If you see, app is the biryani, application is the biryani, and chef is the compute. Compute can be different, like containers, bare metals, serverless, APIs, anything. And microservices or APIs are masalas. Why you love the biryani? Masala because of the API. Okay, and what is chicken? Chicken is nothing but code. Okay, chicken or rice, you can compare that. And kitchen is cloud. Initially, he was running in the house, small scale. Then he moved to the city center of the kitchen. It could be on-premises data center or colo. Then he migrated to across all the regions. That's where the cloud to provide the distributed one. Again, security is what? Biryani is app. Security is what? I see a lot of people are smiling. Biryani. Come, they answer. Security is hygienic. If there is no hygiene, no biryani. So imagine the restaurant is not providing not hygienic food. Will you go there? You go and eat? No, right? That's where security. Security relays everything, and particularly in the masalas. That means like microservices. That's what I'm going to talk about today. First of all, I'm going to talk about the modern attack surface. That's what high level where the attack surface is there, and the solution which I'm going to talk about. Only few things. Don't worry about that. I'm not going to make you wait. Like another 10 minutes, you can come. So before that, I wanted to, as I told, I want to make this session more interactive. I want to hear from you. So anybody here coordinates 11 attack surface in the container lifecycle? So this is like okay. This is the question. Before that question, I wanted to ask this question. So my after the microservices or like after the modern application comes into the picture, the attack surface increased or decreased or null. Why? So imagine with biryani, when there is a one chef, one attack surface. There are like multiple chefs and multiple locations, you can go and attack anywhere. That's where like we have like multiple places. So Gartner provided like 11 steps on the attack surface. First, let's see that. Now everyone understand building the microservices. It gives lot of benefits, kind of like a scalable architecture, distributed architecture, high ability, and lots of things. At the same time, it creates some level of security complexity. How are you going to address that? That's where I'm here and I'm going to talk about. These are like a Gartner 11 threat vectors as part of the container. Okay, you take 1 to 11, that could be like a development system. That you see all the 11 steps, you have APIs involved. An example, I'm using my laptop to push the image to the code, to the Git. How I'm doing that? Via API. You take AWS, right? Whatever the request I'm doing, it's everything is the API. It's right. Like okay, let's take like one small example. Let's take an image registry. The best practice to use tiny image or like a bigger image, container image. Or you use will you use like a official like a SUSE or like a RHL certified image or kind of like a comp maybe like some customized image? The best practice. official. Okay, so these and all things you are doing to reduce the vulnerability, to reduce this, right? So same thing, there are like 11 different things are there, like including like application layer attacks, those kind of stuff. Remember always Biryani. Biryani is an app. These are like the 11 places where the attack comes in. We need to properly fix it. If we are not fix it, what happens? The whole business, the whole flavor of biryani will go away. People won't come. So app is the business. As per the Gartner latest statement, what in 2012, AP attacks will become most frequent attack vendor, causing data breaches for enterprises web applications. Anyone heard about any AP attack previously? Any from the real example? Forget about the news and all. From your organization, anyone here like face AP attack? Any like so yes, okay. So it's already happening. So I'm going to tell you the key three things, okay, to do the API like API security on more kind of like Microsoft kind of connectivity and observability. Let's see the top three things. These are the top three things. One is API scanning and fuzz testing. So what is the API scanning? Right now I told you an example, right? Uh, Container images. While we are downloading the image itself, we can do the scanning. So if it is like any high critical, we don't want to move into the, we don't want to move further. We can move separately. Okay, it's one of the examples. And first testing. What is the first test? It's kind of like a simulation. How the actual things will happen. So we can stimulate and avoid those kind of stuff. These are shift left security because we are shifting the security from right to the developer side. Got it right? From the, you remember the previous 11 steps we are doing from the container images, all the 11 places. Like from the laptop, we are installing the antivirus, we are installing the VPN, we are installing the multi-factor authentication. It involves all the steps. So I don't want to talk all the things, but coming back to here, that's for the pre-production API. Second one is during the integration, continuous integration and continuous deployment. That's where like a discover and catalog all the APIs and some of the times open APIs. So we need to secure it properly. So while we are talking about API, always need to follow triangle shape. Okay, the triangle shape. So one is who is accessing the application, the API, and whether he's authorized or not. Kind of like a trust, zero trust. Another one is when the API is in transit, it's secured or not, TLS or HTTP. Another one is when the data is in the API, is it like a data in the transit, is it like encrypted or not? How many of you know in AWS, the latest one, all the S3, wherever the data we are storing, default secure, default encrypted. So that's the power of encryption. Okay? It's kind of like one level of authentication. Okay, so these are like a three things, right? Topic, topic is how do we connect, secure, and observe. Now you guys see how do we secure. What are the things you can secure first? If you're able to see one thing, then only you can secure it. Correct? That's where like observability plays a key role. You can't see, if you can't see anything, you cannot secure it. And all the things are APIs meant to connect each other. So you need to give a look on connectivity also. That's what I'm going to talk about this solution called Panartha. It's going to solve all the things, connectivity, security, and observability in a single pane of glass to address the thing. Biryani is application and what's the solution? Any guess? What could be the relevance? Maybe I wanted to leave it to you. What can we relate? Just give a try. It's okay. Just give a try. Biryani is application. Biryani is an app. What is this suit? Provide like end-to-end security, right? What you can relevant. Think you are as a business owner of Biryani. Exactly. Yeah. It's a business continuity. That's what I was expecting the answer. So security helps to help on the business continuity. So if you see here, it performs both API, container runtime, KCD, whatever I talked earlier, and also the deployment. It can be integrated with your own those kind of. In the interest of time, I'll skip this and I have the ready-made demo. One, I will be available. I'm happy to do the demo also. I have like another 5 to 10 minutes. I wanted to complete the key use cases. So what are the key use cases for this one? The product is Panartha. The first key use case is shift left. And the second key use case is secure software supply chain, SBOM. Okay, it's easily identify all software components and it's comply with the US latest executive order. The third one is connection controls and API security. So when we say like a connection control, that's where like it helps to provide the policy engine to how both microservices can communicate, both APIs can communicate in a single panel. And the last one is policy and governance. It's aligned with a lot of industry framework. Key thing is military attack framework. Okay, it can fully align with that. By logging to the portal, you can see as per the military attack framework where the things are. There are like four things. So this is my summary slide. What is Panartha? What is the takeaway? Okay. The first one is visibility. That's observability. It helps you to observe all the APIs, all the microservices, and also the vulnerability. So kind of like a bird's eye, you can say the traces, container runtime, API and API, and also serverless, all the things. Second thing is it helps to provide the assessment. Focus on shift left security, and also during the software development, continuous integration and deployment, and also deployment side, like from code to cloud. The third one is actionable insights. Okay, security. Okay, this is what is the insights, like what is the action? So it uses like a backend machine learning algorithm to provide a this is the secure, you need to fix it based on the military attack frame. So it can tell you fix it. What are the steps? This is the last one. It helps you to provide the policy. Finally, it is free to download. It's kind of like you can download, get started. Free one, no credit card required. It's not going to ask you to start. You can download and try it, and any Kubernetes like that could be Azure, AWS, or OpenShift can run on that. Okay, you can deploy that. That's it. I hope like I explained you the Biryani with the application. I don't want to take more time of you guys. I leave the 5 minutes to Q&A. Any questions? I'm happy to take. And this is my LinkedIn. In case you have any further questions or if you wanted to talk with me, just get connected. And once again, thank you so much for being the stage. This is the quick presentation I made because I want to make you bored while you are leaving. Hey, what is this guy is also adding more technical? You got technical, right? You got the security, connectivity, and observability. At the same time, you know Biryani. What is Biryani? Biryani is an app. Okay, perfect. All done. Thank you so much.